Hey guys, Lauren Losing here for my week. I want to say 37. You know I never check before I do these. Update from vertical sleeve gastrectomy surgery, which I had on August 21st, 2013 at Massachusetts General Hospital with Dr. Denise G. I am yet again coming to you from the parking garage of my work. It's 6:33 in the morning and it's actually really sunny today, so my face looks really white. I'm coming to you a day late. I didn't even have time yesterday morning to weigh myself, so yeah, I figured why do a video yesterday if I didn't even weigh myself and I knew I was going to weigh myself today. I had actually I've talked with Phil a bit over the past week, but one of the things that I said to him was, I don't really know if I'm going to weigh myself this week. I might just focus on, the non-scale victories this week, but obviously I decided to weigh myself. So let's get to the numbers. My high weight was 269 pounds. That was at my first appointment at the weight center. Day of surgery, I was 245.5. Last week, I came to you guys at 149.5, and that was a 4-pound gain for the week. And this week, I am 144. So that is a 5.5-pound loss. But it's really a 1.5-pound loss if we're going from, before my gain. So I'm very happy with that. I knew, I had mentioned this in my last video. I knew that I was holding on to a lot of water. My stomach was super bloated. So if anyone watched my clothing videos, I mentioned how I got my period, and that was like magic apparently, because I can feel that it's gone. I still was not expecting to step on the scale and see 144. I thought that I might see like 146 or something, but yeah, let's just say I was very happy to see 144. So, what has happened in the past week? So my niece was born on Friday. Her name is Sienna Lillian. She was 7 pounds 2 ounces. This is my brother and sister-in-law's baby. They already have a son, and so this is the first girl in the family. The first girl grandchild, the first girl niece. Well, there would be no male niece, but so not that we're not excited for the nephews, but I'm very excited to have a niece. I love my nephews. I love playing with my nephews, but I'm so excited to get this girl tutus, obviously. So very exciting. She's freaking teeny tiny. My sister-in-law is very petite. And then obviously my family is not huge Amazons, but my sister and her husband, they breed big babies, so I'm so used to seeing my other nephew, who's 5 months old now. 6 months? How old is he? I think he just turned 6 months. And he's huge. He's humongous. He has a huge head. Really cute. But I'm so used to seeing these big babies recently that it's so funny to see her so little. Anyway, that has nothing to do with weight loss. I did see my therapist. I didn't get to see her Friday since my niece was born on Friday, but I saw her on Tuesday, and that was a really beneficial meeting. I decided to be very honest with her and tell her, about the eating at night, eating when I'm not hungry, quote-unquote binging behavior, and I felt like that really helped. I'm going to give her a little more, not credit, I mean, I'm giving her credit, she really helped me, but I think I'm going to give her a little more of a chance before I try and switch to a different therapist, even though she's super expensive and she doesn't take insurance, because I feel like maybe that was a little more of my issue, you know, the not feeling like I could be completely honest with her. And, you know, if I feel like she has a reaction to something that I say that I'm not particularly fond of, I need to learn to speak up for myself and just be like, listen, I don't really like the way you reacted to that. So anyway, so we came up with a little bit of a plan for the eating at night thing. Actually, a lot of it is very similar to what Tanya had. Tanya's been like super helpful lately with all this stuff, because I think that she has gone through some similar things with someone's about to park next to me, just so you know, with the eating at night and the quote-unquote binging and the secret eating, I guess. So basically she said, you know, a lot of people eat when they're not hungry, but I explained to her that, you know, it was the behavior that I was worried about. It wasn't the food that I was honestly worried about, because I'm not eating chips and ice cream and cake and brownies and cookies and all that stuff. I'm eating regular things that I'm quote unquote allowed to eat or supposed to be eating, but it's the behavior that I was worried about. So she basically said, you know, like, allow yourself to eat at night, like, because I'm eating dinner really early now. I'm eating it at like 5:30. She's like, so, you know, before you go up to bed, it's very normal that you would be hungry again at 8 o'clock. So she's like, allow yourself to eat something. Just eat it downstairs. If you feel like your parents are going to be judging you or whatever, and just, you know, say to them, listen, I'm kind of struggling with this. I really don't want you guys to mention it to me. I've talked to Mariola is my therapist's name. Talked to Mariola about it. We're handling it. I know what's going on. That's it. So, yeah. So, I'm not going to say in the past 2 days that it has done a, you know, complete 180 and I'm not eating more than I should be anymore, and because that hasn't happened, but it's gotten better already just in the past 2 days. So, I think that's a positive thing. I haven't done any response to Sarah and Norrigan's goal video. I'm going to do a little response right now, I guess. I definitely agree that goal is a feeling. I have said all along that I had an idea in mind of what my number goal was going to be, but my number goal really corresponds with the feeling. Because, sorry, people next to me are making me laugh. So, I know that I don't feel good when I'm a certain size. So I always said that I think my goal is between like 130 and 150, but I don't know. So, I can say that, and I was saying this to my therapist the other day, this was also beneficial. She was like, you know, you look tiny. She's like, I saw you come in because I hadn't seen her for over a month. So she's like, you walked in, and I was like, oh my God, who is this tiny person? And she was like, you have to be at your goal, which that does annoy me, but yeah, a lot of people say that to me now. And I was like, you know what? Honestly, if I'm being completely honest with you, if I were to stay this size forever, I could definitely be happy. I'm, a 6 or an 8. I'm about a medium in a shirt. Depending on fit, anywhere between a small and a large. The average is a medium. If I were to stay in these sizes forever, I could definitely be happy. My body isn't where I want it to be, but size-wise, yeah, I pretty much am at goal. Is that to say that I would be upset if I got smaller? No. I could get anywhere down to a size 2 and still be happy. But would I be unhappy if my sizes were to never change? No, I do still want to work on my body. There's still things on my body that I think that I can still work on before plastics. There are some things on my body that aren't going to get better without plastics, but I feel like goal can constantly be changing for people, and I think that that's a healthy thing. Sarah had also mentioned that she didn't think that obesity was her disease. She thought that complacency was her disease, and that's you can become complacent at any size. So I think it's healthy to constantly be setting new goals for yourself, if they're not size goals, if they're fitness goals or something. So I can claim, I can claim goal right now. I am not at my number goal. So Phil, I believe, is 7 pounds away from 210, and I am 9 pounds away now from 135. Phil and I also had a conversation. This video might go over 15 minutes. Sorry, guys. Phil and I also had a conversation this week about how it's kind of funny how both of us so close to goal, and I think this speaks to our goal weight, goal number, whatever. I think this speaks to the fact that we are at goal otherwise, pretty much. I know Phil is working on some personal stuff too, but it's kind of funny how this close to goal. Well, he was like, it's kind of funny how we're both kind of struggling this close to goal. I think that's funny how we're both not worrying about it really anymore. So yeah, we still are on this race to goal, but if you've noticed, neither of us are doing 2-a-days at the gym or going crazy or restricting our calories or doing crazy diets or anything like that. So it started out kind of as a friendly competition. I wouldn't even call it a competition anymore, honestly, because neither of us are texting each other on the day being like, what weight are you at? Oh, you're ahead of me. Oh, you're getting so close. We don't even have any kind of competition going right now. It's still technically in place, but it's more of just it's a title right now. Lauren and Phil on their race to goal. But whatever. So NSVs over the past week. So I'm 144. I am 6 pounds away from my lowest weight as an adult, and I was also that weight for 1 week, I think. I lost 6 pounds that week, so I have such a crazy memory when it comes to my weight. But I had weighed 144, then I engaged in, this was when I was also going through an eating disorder. I'm going to talk about that. I'm going to try to make a Saturday Sessions video about that this week. So I went 1 whole week without eating anything, I drink coffee. I remember one day I had a handful of blueberries. So I lost 6 pounds that week. I got down to 138 pounds in a very unhealthy way, obviously. So, and I was 138 pounds for a week. So I'm 6 pounds away from that. However, this is the smallest size that I have been as an adult. I have not been in this size clothing. My shirts, I've been in this size before, but my pants, I used to have more of an hourglass shape, and now I have more of a like straight up and down shape. I actually have like wider shoulders. But yeah, when I had gotten down to this weight before, I was really like an 8 or a 10, and now I'm a 6 or an 8. So that's pretty exciting to be this size. Even though I was this weight before, I've never been this size as an adult. And then I have to go into work in a minute, but another weird NSV is that I wore a purse that I hadn't worn since last fall, and it was in a crossbody bag, and I had to shorten the strap because a lot less body to go around, so it was hanging too low. So this week coming up, not really much going on. Tomorrow's my last day on orientation at work, so next week I'm only working 2 days during the week, and then I work next weekend. So I'm hoping to start going back to the gym. I'm not gonna bring it up too much or give you guys excuses too much about the gym. Unless you have a mental illness, unless you have, like severe depression or an eating disorder or something, I really have no sympathy and no patience for people who complain about stuff that they have control over and then don't do anything to make it better. I really have zero patience for those type of people, so I don't want to be one of those type of people. So I did talk to my therapist about it, and we kind of just decided that I would try to get to the gym on my days off, because getting up at 5:30 in the morning, and me being more of a night person, I'm really kind of exhausted at the end of the day, and then going to the gym actually wakes you up, and with me having issues with sleeping, that's really not a good thing, unless I was able to go to the gym like right after work. So right now I'm just going to focus on going to the gym on my days off. So we'll see how that works over the next week. Sorry this video has been so long, you guys. It's just that I had a lot to say, as usual, and with me going through, some issues over the past couple weeks, I wanted to discuss them a little more. Hopefully it helped someone else out there. Do you guys like my lanyard? It has rhinestones. Okay, so I'm going to try to do that Saturday Sessions video this week about eating disorders, more specifically my history with eating disorders, and until next time.